Audio.
Are we good now? Okay, cool. Sorry about that, everybody. Welcome back to SVSU Esports. We have League of Legends Round 3 going on. We already have draft started, so we're just going to kind of get right into this. We have a Zach, Senna, and Cho'Gath pick from SVSU side. They're going to be in the bottom left-hand corner on blue side. And then we have Stockton on their side with Wukong, Xayah, Fiora. And then for bans so far, we have Darius, J4, Syndra. Looks like we got Malphite, Udyr, and Mordekaiser. And then it looks like we got a Victor ban coming up from us Stockton now. Sorry to rush into that intro. I was unsure of what was going on with our audio. It looks like we're getting a Rakan ban from SVSU as well.
I'm noticing that Stockton banned Victor, Malphite, and Udyr. We've been seeing a lot coming from SVSU in the past few games here.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of Brian's games on Victor. It looks like we got a Veigar ban as well, so that ban's more going towards Lucas's pick with the Veigar support. Malphite and Mord are more targeted towards Tony as well. I know he's been spam playing Mord on his account recently. Looks like we're getting a Nautilus pick as well. And it looks like we have an Acel ban from SVSU. Next pick. So looks like we're gonna obviously we're seeing a lot of that Zach jungle as well. We're seeing quite a bit of that because we saw that in our last game with them. We're seeing this in this game with them as well. I'm getting jungle from Stockton. Obviously, we have the Xayah, her ADC. Fiora is going to be top. Nautilus probably support. So they just need a vent laner. On our side, it looks like we just need an ADC since we just picked Swain for mid. We'll have Senna for support and Cho'Gath for top.
It could also be Senna ADC and someone else playing support, but I feel like Senna support is probably going to be the better option here.
Probably. I believe that it would be Lucas playing the Senna support. Depends on who we see here. We're seeing a Jinx. Yep, ADC. Sounds good. Sounds like it makes sense. And then Lysandra? Oh no, wait, they're just going through and looking at him. Talia? Oh, no, not a Nico. Seeing a Talia.
I'm interested for this team comp because we know that it's going to be Xayah and Nautilus on bot lane as ADC and support.
Yep.
But Fiora and Wukong can both be interchangeable for top lane, so I'm wondering which one's going to...
It's most likely going to be Wukong jungle and Fiora top. And so then Talia in mid. That's most likely what we're going to be seeing.
I was thinking Talia jungle, although I don't know if Talia goes jungle.
I don't think I've heard Talia go jungle.
You're probably right. I'm just...
I would look.
I've
phone's
never
at
heard
4%.
Of Wukong jungle either, though.
That's what Tyler plays.
Oh.
Tyler plays Wukong jungle.
I guess I'm just simply unaware.
I think that was probably the game that you weren't here for.
Oh,
he has played Wukong jungle. Not very often. He hasn't played that very often lately. Because he's been more practicing on like Pantheon jungle, and then like obviously we're seeing more Zach jungle coming from him as well.
Zach is a very interesting character because he just splits off into 4 pieces when you kill him, and then that's just annoying to deal with. Either you waste time trying to make sure that Zach doesn't come back to life, or he comes back to life and then waste more of your time in team fight. So Zach can definitely be very difficult to deal with if left unaccounted for.
Kind of looking at SVSU's comp, I don't know, I'm getting the sense that SVSU's comp feels a little heavier than Stockton's. Because I feel like we're seeing you see Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath against this Fiora. The Cho'Gath, normally, Cho'Gath gets bigger and bigger and bigger as time goes on, and he's tanky. And then I feel like Swain can also kind of be considered tanky.
Swain can also be tanky. Zach's just generically tanky.
Yeah.
I'm definitely
really
seeing where you're coming from.
Yeah, so that's kind of like, over here. It feels like a more heavier comp.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, like, completely heavy, because you have the Senna and the Jinx, and I wouldn't really consider either of those to be tanky.
Right, but it's going to take a lot to kill 3 out of the 5.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And with Lucas on Senna, Lucas normally, I don't know if you've seen the stats for Lucas on Senna. Or Luna.
Seriously? Lame.
On Senna, normally, Luna outdamages everyone else. On Senna. So having Luna on the Senna as well is a bit problematic.
Tragic.
So, and then the Jinx, I don't know how effective the Jinx is really going to be here. But looking at the comp and knowing how they play, I think SVSU might be a little problematic for Stockton. And then I'm looking at Stockton's, and I don't see a Talia very often.
Yeah, I'm also a little bit worried about that Fiora, because
Fiora's
it can be
awful
very
too.
annoying to deal with, especially with them dashing back and forth left and right. You're not going to be able to catch them, and they're going to be hitting you the entire time you're trying to catch them. So
Xayah ADC is also annoying. Aiden off of the B team mainly plays Xayah. Well, from what I've seen, like, when it's Tim and Erica playing together, because they have the matching skin line for that, they play Xayah and Rakan, and they tear through things. Having Xayah there, I feel that might be a little problematic.
Xayah has a lot of burst damage, isn't she? Just by putting down all the crystals and then pulling them back does a lot of damage. Or is that not how you usually play Xayah?
I did.
Is this
most knowledgeable on League? I can sit here and I can give you info, but I can't answer specific questions.
Alright, because I was wondering if it was similar, akin to, like, Veigar. Veigar's a good example of burst damage, because he doesn't rely on multiple hits doing damage. He relies on one hit killing people.
Aiden could for sure tell you, because I know Aiden's played Xayah a lot. The Nautilus support.
Nautilus is scary because you can use his anchor to just stay fast.
It's also a hook champ. Kind of like Blitzcrank. Like they both.
He's similar to Blitzcrank. He doesn't pull in as much. I think, if I'm remembering him right, I think he pulls both him and someone else closer to each other. Like if he hooks someone, they get pulled a little bit, but he gets pulled like more towards them than they get pulled towards him. So his hook I usually see being used to hook to terrain though, because if you hit terrain with it, you get pulled towards the terrain, and that's usually what they use the hook for, just to get in a bad position.
Pull him closer to like towers as well. I think. Right.
Yeah, I think you can hook onto towers as well, like to get back.
A little problematic.
So it's a lot harder to take out a Nautilus when he's able to get out of most situations that you can put him into.
Yeah. I must point out, because I did not get to do that in my intro, Stockton is actually a team that SVSU faced closer towards the beginning of the season. I believe it was their week 2 game. Unfortunately, SVSU Red lost that game. It was, unfortunately, a stomping. It was 0-2. Stockton going with the win. But I know that the team has been working closely and doing a lot of ladder field, and they have figured out their mistakes. So that's why we're seeing a different comp than what we saw in that game. Completely different. And SVSU feels that they have it in the bag. So with that confidence that they have, I hope they do.
Well, it's been a long while since like the third game of the season. So
That's true too.
they
It has been a
definitely-
few months or a couple, like at least a few weeks.
definitely have a few new tricks up their sleeves by now, but will it be enough to take down Stockton for their grand rematch? It's kind of annoying that we have to go through a spectator delay.
Yeah.
And then after the spectator delay, we gotta wait 2 more minutes for the minions to start coming and the jungle stuff to all be done, and then you can finally start seeing a match playing.
They're lucky they get to play through the game while we sit here and suffer and wait.
So it's not that bad once the game starts going. It's just a matter,
it's going.
it's a matter
It's
of
better.
getting there.
People with no skins.
Poor.
Ah. All right, it is time. Welcome to Summoner's Rift, everyone. Welcome back.
So we have Stockton on red and SVSU on blue, correct?
Yes.
Just want to get that out of the way before I
Yes.
say a bunch of
Yes,
stuff that
you're
is not
correct.
true at all.
You're correct. I believe it was. Let me look really quick. Yep, it was Stockton was considered to be the home team by the whatever ECAC has it classified as. So because they were the home team, they got to choose what side they were on. So they chose red. And it looks like that we already had them trying to invade, and so we had a little bit of a scuttle there. Also, Casey, my phone is kind of dead. So just FYI, if you need to say something, you might have to do Microsoft Paint for me.
Microsoft Paint.
We might have to do the Microsoft Paint method again. So maybe we can actually talk in real time.
What do you mean again? What happened before with Microsoft Paint?
Before, with my Casey was communicating with us through Microsoft Paint. He literally had a tab open in Microsoft Paint, and he was writing for me.
That's great. To be quite honest, I'm surprised he was even able to write in Microsoft Paint. You know how hard it is to
It was very
draw on the
scuffed,
computer
but he
screen.
was doing it. It does look like we were having both teams on buffs. Both are on red buffs too.
Well, one's on red buff.
Oh right, the other's blue buff. They're diagonal.
One thing I didn't notice about League until someone pointed it out is that the buff sections are actually the like environment around them is representing the buff that they are holding. So in like the bottom left jungle, it's
blue.
It's all, you see how like the surroundings are all, there's a bunch of trees and everything.
Yeah.
That's because there's the one tree giant thing for the buff, and then on the other side there's a bunch of rocks all around.
Oh,
That's because it's the
I see what you mean.
just a little bit something to distract us from the slow starting of this game. But
That's fair.
we're seeing SVSU do quite a bit of damage to the bot lane here.
Pardon me, I'm tired.
Well, it's blazing hot outside, so I don't blame you for both of those reasons right there.
I hope everyone's enjoying the warm Michigan weather while we've got it.
Yeah, well, we won't have it long because we're in Michigan.
Yeah, that's why I said while it's here. While it's here, everybody, enjoy it before it leaves again, because it's supposed to drop again next week.
Seeing SVSU chunk quite a bit of health off the opposing team currently.
Oh.
However, Stockton does have a lot more mana to go around than health. Maybe they could just be waiting for the opportune time to strike here. One strategy for Stockton here might be waiting until SVSU is out of mana and then calling for a gank down on bot lane. Seems like the safest option here.
Honestly, I might just take a nap.
Alright, I got this, don't worry.
Do you?
Probably. We'll see. Oh. Nautilus just barely not being able to hit that anchor. Well, that Shelgath was doing pretty good on health. The mana consumption is really not going in his favor right now. Fiora's really playing keep away. If there's those minions there, it's going to be hard to get any gold with that happening. Talia's taken off over half the health of Swain by this point. Seems like while SVSU did have the upper hand for quite a bit of time in this game, it is starting to turn around. But we are seeing a gank coming from the Zac here. He's rooted by the Senna. First blood for SVSU. And
Second
double kill.
Not quite double kill, but it was a second kill. Nice job on that part, SVSU.
It's 2 down. It's a double kill. It's just not by the same person.
Yeah, I guess. Ooh, Talia down there too. Talia and their Wukong. Meanwhile, on top.
Back to the Fiora bullying Cho'Gath.
Oh, it does look like SVSU's right on the Drake though.
I also want to point out, we were just discussing how tanky these characters can be. With the 3% health regeneration with that Ocean buff, that's 3% of a lot of health that they're going to get back if they build tanky for certain characters here.
Oh dear God.
Especially Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath, if he gets like 10,000 health at the end of the game, 3% of that is quite a bit of health coming back.
Dear God, help
So-
us. Well, it's unfortunate it's not an Ocean Soul.
Unfortunately, it's not an Ocean Soul, but Ocean buffs definitely help.
That's not too.
Quite a bit of sustain for the health.
If I'm correct, that is a Chemtech Drake coming up next.
What are you thinking the soul is going to be?
That's what I was about to ask you.
I'm feeling a wind soul this game.
Oh, you're like the cloud?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. I'm kind of thinking, I don't know, I'm debating between Infernal and Mountain.
Hextech is always an option, but when have we seen a Hextech Drake?
We see it very often, and it's like when we sit, normally when we sit there and make fun of it, and then it ends up being the soul.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Mountain, just because I feel like it might be a Mountain. My hunch is telling me.
This Fiora still dancing around the Cho'Gath here. While this Cho'Gath is losing a bit of mana and health to the Fiora, it does not matter too much considering Cho'Gath has the passive to get back health and mana whenever he kills a minion.
Yeah.
That extra bit of sustain is going to make him last just a little bit longer in this Fiora matchup here.
There must not be much of anything else happening anywhere else, because we've just been focusing on top.
Well, it's just a bunch of back and forth on all sides right now.
That's fair. I just have Flame kind of clearing out the buff. Oh, it does look like Tyler might be setting up for a gank down in bot. Oh, yes he is! And he's successful in that gank.
That Nautilus is not having a good game right now.
Oh,
Oh, we see the Cho'Gath poking at the Fiora. Slowly but surely, they're dropping in health.
there is a Herald up. Herald is up, and it looks like Wukong might be on it though. You're yelling out in Student Life.
Yeah, Student Life is going crazy over something right now. But I'm going crazy over how this Wukong is taking this Rift Herald with no contestant from SVSU currently.
They might be doing the objective thing where they're prioritizing over which objectives they feel they should get.
right? Because everything in League, I've talked about a bunch of things like health being a resource, mana being a resource, but one of the big resources in League that not many people talk about is time. A lot of things in League are time-based, patience, things like that, where you could easily, for example, if the entire team is focusing on a dragon, taking a dragon takes time. If you use that time to push a tower, you might be able to get 1 and or 2 towers out of that one push just because the entire team is distracted with something else.
Yep. Yeah, and that's something that junglers normally have to do, is they have to kind of prioritize which objectives are that they should get. Since you have to sit there and think which one is better for my team in this current position. So having that Ocean Drake right now is actually better for, they probably think it's better for them rather than having the Herald, because you're getting that Ocean buff. And all you really can do with the Herald is right now there's not really any lanes that, if SVSU had it, there's not really any lanes that they could push up right now because they're still kind of contesting up against one another. So, and then you also have Stockton, who has the Herald. So, since Stockton has the Herald, they gotta figure out which lane it's best for them to push up.
Got Swain. Almost taking out the Talia.
Ooh, taking out the Talia. Looks like he's going after the Wukong now.
Wukong really low on health, but using the flash just to get out of there. Another
Raptors are going after
teleport.
him. Raptors are going after the man.
That Nautilus is not having too fun of a time here.
Ooh, Cho'Gath's bigger. Cho'Gath might be bigger. I might be the only one that notices that.
He might use the ultimate on a minion, because he does have those 6 uses he can use to get effect off of minions.
It's a Hex Text off.
You know what we said about it? Oh, we make fun of it, and then immediately it's a Hex Text, so
Yeah.
we probably have
That's-
seen this coming.
That's normally what happens is we sit there and we say, oh yeah, that is an option, and then it is the correct option. It does look like SVSU did claim the last Drake, so they also have a Chemtech buff currently.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, Chemtech is increase in tenacity and shielding, right?
Yes. You're not helping me right now, Discord. Greater
Greater
resistance
effective.
to effective crowd control.
Oh, so it's healing and shielding that increases.
And like, it's also like,
Alright, let's get back to the...
yeah, let's just get back to the game. We can
The
figure it
well
out
on it
later.
too long.
Let's figure it out later. Yeah, he's bigger.
Can only get so big before the uses run out on the minions, though.
Herald is summoned. It looks like it might be summoned in bot lane. It is summoned in bot lane. Everyone's getting coins because they're trying to get it with their tower having the shield.
We do have a Zac taking out that vision right there in the bush. And it looks like the Cho'Gath's ultimate is a really good thing to have in a fight, but I think what it looks like Tony's trying to do here is use his ultimate in order to kind of pull ahead in the bad situation they're going through right now.
Student life is really livid right now.
I don't know if livid's the right word. They sound pretty excited.
Something.
They're shouting, that's for sure. Oh,
Ooh, Nautilus coming up there.
Cho'Gath trying to flash away from the Nautilus. not quite able to get away.
Fiora claiming the first kill for Stockton's team.
It does look like Fiora is going to be a problem, mostly due to how quickly she can shred tanks, and with how tanky our team comp currently is, that might end up being a problem later in a few team fights. Oh, the Nautilus and the Wukong coming in to jump on top of the Swain there.
Nautilus is not helping.
Nautilus charging the Demolish up on the middle tower, not doing too much damage to it, but it looked like he was able to get the coin bounty, if I'm correct on that.
Oh, Wukong going to get the next Herald again.
Well, SVSU is looking pretty good on Dragon buffs. Their towers are looking pretty low at the moment. It does look like Cho'Gath has obtained the Heartsteel item, though, so he's going to start stacking up on those stacks to get his life increased even more for the extra true damage he can put out.
It does look like Nautilus helped finish off the Herald with Wukong. So that's their second one of the day. We have 45 seconds for the next break. And it does look like our next thing coming up is a Baron after the Drake, and it looks like that's coming up in about 4 minutes.
It does look like most of the SVSU is heading over to that Drake's position right now to try and prevent Stockton from getting it.
It does look like we have a few people over there, but it does look like we also have some of Stockton's people up there as well. Looks like we have Zach hiding in the bush, Nautilus over there. Although Nautilus rewarded and must have noticed Zach. Nautilus pulling himself away.
We got SVSU poking Stockton here.
And it looks like SVSU is now might just try to be getting into the Drake. But it does look like Herald was
there from Senna.
Herald was also summoned up into bot lane.
Jinx doing quite a bit of CC and damage there.
Ooh, Senna taking out the Nautilus. Wukong taking out Senna.
Swain taking out the Wukong.
It looks like SVSU may come out on top on this fight. Never mind, Zaya taking out the Swain, Wukong destroying the turret. That was just because of the Herald, though. Talia shutting down the Jinx, and Fiora taking out the Zac. Looks like
we are now
I was wrong.
tied up on kills here.
We're pretty even on gold too, but it does look like Stockton maybe taking out this here dragon.
I don't think Senna has all. I don't think we're going to be seeing a Senna steal here.
Red team has slain the dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, it does look like SVSU did take out a turret. I apologize. So now we're even on turrets. I can't really say we're even on objectives, because now that's 3 Drakes. I mean, we have 2, they have 1. That's another turret, the blue turret destroyed. It looks like that's...
Stockton is doing better on objectives with turrets, heralds, and dragons. Well, SVSU is doing 1 better in dragons, but overall, Stockton has more objectives under their belt right now.
Second turret was taken out in mid lane, so that means that SVSU is down 1 in bot lane and down 1 in mid. We just kind of wait to see until something else happens.
That Nautilus is, since he's been being punished on bot lane so much, he and moving around to other lanes. He's been performing a lot better for helping out his teammates with ganks and other things.
Shogath is bigger.
Shogath is bigger. Looks like we got Nautilus coming back. Another attempt at a gank here.
There you go.
Shogath able to eat the Nautilus though. One tasty meal for him.
Probably a better idea. But this is not. Hi, Zach.
Just being able to get out of it alive. Zach jumping in to help the two here.
Red turret has just been destroyed.
Running away though.
They took out the Swain. There was a red turret destroyed in the meantime. I believe mid.
Senna is running away from the Wukong right now. But we're seeing Jinx come down to help her.
You're taking out the turret and top. It's a very close game right now, so. SVSU is still up on gold by just under a K.
So the X-Tech Soul, or the X-Tech buffs increase attack speed and cooldown for abilities, right?
I really didn't go for that really quick. Seriously. So I don't remember at the top of my head.
I know it increases. I know it increases attack speed and decreases cooldown, but I don't know by how much each. If it's, I'm thinking. I want to say it was 9%, but
it might be the same where it's the 8, 16, 24, 32 or something like that.
right. But even if that's the case, having 4 of those buffs could really be beneficial to Stockton if they stockpile those. A lot more attack speed and a lot more cooldown combined with the soul there could be devastating for SVSU to go against.
Right. Does look like they're invading the enemy's jungle as well. Ugh.
SVSU kind of playing defensive and cautious in that jungle there. Don't really want to be caught by any, especially with the Nautilus, they don't want to be caught by the anchor. That bit of CC is a lot of time for anyone to simply go in and one-tap them. Zach just narrowly missing the Wukong coming down to find him. We've got people fighting the Dragon Pit here. SVSU was able to
Looks like all the Stockton is there.
one route coming out of Senna though there, taking out quite a bit of that Talia's health before a fight even starts.
It does look like both teams are here.
Looks like Stockton might be trying to go back and wait till SVSU starts the dragon in order to steal it from them. A lot of damage going into the Nautilus there. Jinx able to get the kill.
SVSU started the Drake. They're all kind of over there near that bush. And that thing, Swain taking out the Talia at first. Now it looks like just damage going everywhere. Zach finishing off the Hex-Tech Drake. Swain getting a double kill with that Wukong. Jinx shutting down the Fiora. And the only person coming out of that alive is Zaya.
That Jinx is definitely going to pose a problem to the other team here with how much attack speed they're building on the character.
It looks like they're going up and they're going to start the Baron. This is is a bold play coming from SVSU.
Not much Stockton can do to prevent it, though. Most
Not
of their
really.
team being dead is not looking too good for them.
I'd say the only people coming up right now are the Zaya and the Nautilus.
Ooh,
Ooh.
not quite able to get the steal there, and SVSU walks out with a Baron buff.
They're one away from Soul, and they have a Baron buff. They now currently have a Chem Tech buff, a Ocean buff, and a Hex Tech buff. They get one more, and they'll have the Hex Tech Soul, and they have the Baron buff right now.
I feel like Hex Tech Soul is definitely going to help Jinx out, considering with the Soul, the lightning and the slow that it has will just prevent you from running away from Jinx, so you'll always be in their range, always getting hit by bullets. So it's definitely going to be hard to deal with there.
It was looking a little tight there for SVSU a little bit, but I think with those buffs, I think they might actually have a chance.
It was looking pretty grim there for a moment, I will agree, but that the Jinx being able to dish out as much damage as they were able to is really making this turn around in team fights.
Ooh, Wukong trying to jump in and give a bunch of damage. However, that did not help him out, and it looks like they are just running through the team, taking out the Nautilus as well. There goes a double
not
kill.
being able to get away.
Ooh,
This Jinx is going crazy right now.
wow.
Like I said, this Jinx is going to be a menace to deal with.
Wow. I think the only one alive currently is Talia. Oh, there's Talia. And it looks like they're just running through mid lane's tower right now. They're going up, and they might try to go for this Talia or this next tower.
Looks like Talia, we're just kind of putting Talia on the back burner as they go for the big
Cho'Gath coming up. Looks like there's Nautilus. There's the Wukong coming up as well. They're hitting that inhibitor and hitting Stockton's team as well. Talia shutting down the Swain, though. That's a problem.
Not quite.
Actually, never mind. It's not a problem, really. Sorry for the people who have been simping over Cactus Cat, but the Swain's not particularly doing much right now. It's been mainly Jinx that we've seen. Yeah, look at it. I mean, the Swain has 5-4, but this Jinx has been kind of running crazy, running through those people.
He has 7 assists though. He's doing a little.
Fair.
He's doing more. He can't get the kills, but he's helping get the kills.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I did somewhat defend myself though, because if I saw that the Jinx was doing all the work, I felt like people who love Cactus Cat were gonna attack me. So.
Attack you if you're saying Jinx does all the work. We have a team here. It's a team game.
Oh right, sorry.
But yes, Jinx is doing most right. You're not too far off.
I know. Now it's just kind of right now.
Seeing another. This could be the last Hex Tech Dragon coming up here if SVSU is able to take this one. That Soul could be really beneficial. Instead of getting rid of that ward as if it was nothing.
It is nothing.
Well, yeah, it's not anything anymore. If it was something, it's not anymore. It's gone.
Just under 30 seconds to
Gone forever.
victory. Yes, you're correct.
CSU hiding in the bush, but they do not realize there's a ward there. Stockton all piling into the river. That extra vision won't last them that long, though.
That seems to be around the back burner of the dragon, though.
Looks like we might be seeing a steal from the SVSU here. Oh.
Oh, Wukong claiming the objective. That is the second Drake going to Stockton. That's 2 Hex Tech buffs for them.
They are running away from the scene quite fast, though.
Cho'Gath's taking a turret though. Looks like that's the top one up near the base.
Oh, it's like I was saying earlier. They all focused on the dragon, and then Cho'Gath was able to run up there to the tower while they were all distracted.
You see, that is what top does. That is what top does.
Top just kind of goes where they run.
Yes, top is just a separate island. Top is a separate game from League. Top lane is just separate from the rest of the map.
Top is the Giga Chad of League of Legends. They kind of just do the same thing over and over again.
As
the map.
Tyler has quoted, that is Pantheon. Pantheon is a Giga Chad. If you look at his voice lines as well, it's funny. Because he says stuff like, you know, I'm like the strongest warrior and that stuff, or he says stuff like, don't quit on your dreams or stuff like that. It's funny. I
aspire to be like Pantheon one day.
Just show you Pantheon lines is funny. Got mid lane down and bot right now. We have switched lanes around. Now we just kind of wait for stuff to happen again.
It's like Baron spawning in. Cho'Gath is going up there with Zac to kind of scope out the area, make sure no one's trying to do anything with it.
Fiora and Nautilus are up there as well.
Ooh, that Zac is alone currently, though. Now that Cho'Gath has gone back to his lane. We got the Senna doing quite a bit of damage with that Wukong there. Oh! Jinx doing a lot more damage to the Wukong. Wukong just being able to get out of there with a little bit of health.
Looks like we have all of us hit on Baron currently.
We might be seeing a steal? No?
No, Cho'Gath finishing off the Baron. That's the second Baron buff going to SVSU.
I think looks like Cho'Gath used his ultimate on the Baron there. With Cho'Gath, it's going to be really hard to get objectives like that because Cho'Gath can kind of just walk in, ultimate, and then walk away. Because Cho'Gath basically has another smite for the team by having that ultimate, and they could just quickly deplete a health bar if they wanted to smite, then use the ultimate. That could be one way of quickly dropping the health bar to prevent a steal. Oh no, the Gromp is dead.
Oh yeah, they killed your Gromp, I'm sorry.
It's fine, we'll get him back for it, because the Jinx and the Zac are pushing middle with Baron buff. And it looks like Cho'Gath is doing what Cho'Gath does, going up top lane. But it looks like the Fiora and most of the entire team pretty much is going up to stop that Cho'Gath now.
Which will not help them because the rest of SVSU can either go and take care of the Drake in a minute.
It's like Swain's on bot lane, Jinx, Senna, and Zac are in mid lane, and then Cho'Gath was on top lane, but is heading back down to mid. This split push with the Baron buff is going to be kind of hard to deal with here.
What they also can do is they might also be splitting, and then they're going to maybe try and prioritize that Drake. Yes, Drake.
Prioritizing that Drake could be pretty dangerous here, though, unless they get a few kills. Because if they all go for the Drake, that just means SVSU can split push all the way up to the tower, and then if they get all three inhibitors with the Baron buff, that's a really dangerous position to be in for a game. So while the Dragon buff is good, it might not be the best course of action here for I already forgot the other school's name.
Stockton.
For Stockton.
Yeah,
I
no,
was saying
SVSU might try and prioritize this Drake.
It looks like they're prioritizing defense instead of offense. All, of course, except for the Cho'Gath, because you know he can do whatever he wants. He's fighting the Fiora.
Top laners, let them do whatever they want.
Oh, got the Senna doing quite a bit of damage there. Jinx is moving up. Zach diving right into the action.
Zach picking up his Talia.
Zach's looking really low on health here.
Swain taking Fiora. Cho'Gath is down there too. Senna taking out the Nautilus. Jinx taking out the Wukong.
Looks like this game is in the bag for SVSU. That is also going to be the last dragon being taken care of right now.
For Soul. Soul is going to be taken, and now Elder is a possibility. As well as a Baron in under 3 minutes.
It's an alarm clock to keep you awake.
Oh my god.
They're all cheering you on. Can I get a Britney chant going on for student life right now?
No, let me sit back here and suffer, please. I'm like, I don't know where this is up. What? That's fine.
That's great.
Great. I'd have to
That
pull it
works
up.
out perfectly.
Great.
Because then as soon as Brittany gets comfortable, she'll hear the Brittany chant out in student life, and then she'll wake up immediately, just like planned.
Oh, please don't do that.
We got Cho'Gath strolling in, walking wherever he wants.
He's a tank.
He's not a tank. He's big bone. Don't even call him a tank. Come on.
Why can't I call him a tank? Isn't that what we sat there and called him earlier?
No. No.
He takes lots of damage and can give damage. I would say he's a tank.
Yeah. Okay. I guess you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah. SVSU taking out the first inhibitor there.
Can I not nap?
No, you can't nap because they're doing spectator stuff.
They're doing commentator stuff.
Yeah, well, we're spectating, so I'm not wrong.
I mean, we're doing both.
Not wrong
Yeah,
per se.
we're doing the both.
It does look like SVSU is going to take out a second inhibitor, though.
We're going up to the top.
A lot of lightning strikes coming out of SVSU with that X-Tech buff coming in. Cho'Gath going to terrorize the field there.
Carrying through that Fiora. Oh my goodness, I just see colors and damage right now.
That's Jinx.
Jinx
Again. Cho'Gath being able to eat someone.
Zach engulfing the Zaya.
That's one tower down.
Red turret destroyed. Destroy the second one.
That's an ace coming out of the Jinx there.
It's going to be
And this is-
SVSU win in the bag.
That is the first win of the day for SVSU.
Whoa.
Will we see another?
We hope. We hope. The faster they win, the faster I can go nap.
Okay, I want you people on SVSU to take it very slow. Don't approach. Play as defensive as possible. Make sure the game goes on for at least 2 hours. No more, no less.
Connor, I
Yeah.
will choke you on this camera. You will be dead.
You can't do that.
You want to bet?
Camera's still on. It knows what you've done.
I don't care. I just want to nap.
I take an intermission to go see what student life is doing.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
really
why is
curious.
student life so, like, full of life right now?
Well, they're student life for a reason. They're not called student death.
You're gonna be student death in a minute. Well, that's win one on SVSU. So once again, as normal, we can have up to 2 games. We're hoping. What? Okay, thank you. We have the chance of getting at least up to 2 more games. We're hoping it'll only be 1, but let's wait and see. As per usual. Don't mind me. I am just kind of looking at something. All right, it does look like we are going to be setting up for draft in a minute, so everyone just prepare for the started draft of game 2.
They're just enjoying themselves. They're having themselves a time out there.
Oh dear God. I'm just gonna nap. Oh wait. Okay, they should
USB device not recognized.
heal on the cord for the stupid mic.
Stop touching it. Get your
I'm
feet off there.
it.
Get your feet off there.
Not on it now, or it's not on it. It's not on it now, and the mic does not like to not respond to the cord.
Bless you.
Now I just. I apologize if I don't seem very full of life today.
No, I figured about as much.
Yeah, no, I don't
You
know
didn't
why.
you didn't make it very secretive that you're not very full of life right now.
I don't know why. I felt fine.
You're acting like my cat on a 24-hour basis.
I felt fine, and then we started the stream, and now my head's starting, and I want to. It's hard to nap on these chairs. I don't know why I'm trying to nap in these chairs, because these chairs are not that comfortable with napping.
Well, I mean, they could be if you didn't have a bed.
Maybe we could be. If I just like shoved you off of there, you seem tired, itchy of it, like ouch. But I'm not going to.
Well, I mean, in all honesty, it wouldn't be very hard to shove me off this couch. I weigh like 110 pounds, so I'm not like insisting that you should try it, but like I'm just saying it's not as hard as you would think it would be.
Saying it would be difficult at all. I'm just saying I'm not going to do it.
I see.
One, I'm too tired to do it because I've lost the energy. And two, that would be considered rude. And if I do that on stream, I'm pretty sure I might be yelled at. Actually, I don't know.
Well, pushing me off of my chair.
Yeah, shoving you off of the chair.
Oh, I see.
Just throw you at
It reminds me of the award ceremony earlier when Philip won the award for or the last clip. The best clip award for falling off of the falling down in the chair.
Then we had an award ceremony giving out awards for certain people that obviously deserve them, like your MVPs for the year or your rookies that actually like your most improved, all that stuff. And we had a fun one about the best clip that we've had. And it did not win, but our honorable mention clip was, if you have not seen it, it is a clip of Pip standing up, falling out of this chair, and then it cuts off beautifully of where he is falling, and I find it to be very funny. Yeah.
I could reenact it. I could just eat the ground or something. It seems like it hurt.
Probably, but Pip is like Pip's Pip at this point.
Yeah, it probably didn't register in his head until like an hour later that he actually hit the ground.
In all fairness, Pip has like cut himself, and he's like completely chill about it. So, this is a funny story for you. One of the times, it was the gang was all at a football game, It was earlier last semester, and Buddy ends up messaging me, Tyler, and a couple others, and Pip somehow cut himself when he was cutting a bagel.
He was cutting a bagel.
He was cutting a bagel.
So did he like the knife like hit his
I
hand?
think it was his this one. I think it was his one of his pointer fingers. But he sliced it, and we took him to that emergency clinic that's like right on the corner of Bay and Pierce. The one that's basically next to campus. And he did get a couple stitches in it. Because he cut it. He almost cut it to the bone. I don't know how he did. How he managed that, but
I had a friend that was notorious for cutting himself like accidentally when using like sawing equipment and such for like Boy Scouts camp. And we never trusted him with like any knife or anything because he somehow whenever he picked one up always had an injury, even if he picked up a saw once and then cut it. You said almost to the bone with Pip. He did cut it to the bone, and then he had to get taken to the emergency room. And this proceeded to happen for like a few years until he finally was able to stop cutting himself at every single outing we had.
we like to make fun of Pip. We have this thing where Pip has a yearly emergency room visit. Apparently it's spread to me, but that's not the point right now. He just has this here problem where he gets at least one, like, it's semester wise. Like 2 semesters is like your year. He normally has 1 trip to the ER.
I'm lucky enough to not get injuries in most occasions, but I can't imagine how badly it would hurt if you were like cutting a lemon and then you cut yourself accidentally while you were cutting a lemon, because I feel like the lemon juice combined with the cut would not feel very good. I'd assume it feels like putting hand sanitizer on a bruise, or not on a bruise, on like a fresh welt you just got. It feels like it'd be that kind of horrible, stinging, burning pain.
Sorry, I'm just reading this really quick. Okay, that's all it is. Thank you, Casey. Ooh.
And it got rule booked.
Um, It looks like we're getting draft back up again. We should be starting up in a couple moments for drafts. Bear with us, people. Bear with us.
Are they allowed to use the like what's his name, Milio or whatever the
Yes.
he's allowed to be used in league play?
Yeah. So any new champ that is put in is if they are not allowed to be played for ECAC, if they're not allowed to be played 5 days. for 5 days after they are released. So when he was released, he was released on Wednesday. I believe he was released. I want to say
It seems
it
like he
was
was.
that Wednesday.
Yeah, it seems like he was released.
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago at least.
So I believe he was released on the 29th of last month from that patch. So ECAC rule states that you can't play him for 5 days. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So you cannot play him for that week or like those matches on those days. Which normally League has their matches on Fridays. So you can't play him that Friday. But after that Friday, because the 5th day would be Monday, basically that week, so that Friday you could play him. So he is up to be played. Which I have heard. I think he was saying it jokingly, but I heard Matt saying something on playing Milio, but I don't think he's actually going to. But yeah.
Is Milio what role have been people?
Milio is mainly a support. I don't know if people have been trying to play him anywhere else, but mainly Milio is known to be a support role.
What does he do?
So he has.
Well, he's gotta have some CC if he's support. So.
A little bit, yeah. He has his little fireballs that he uses. I don't know if you've seen like the pictures of them. They're these cute little like fireballs. But he uses those pretty much. He can throw fire at people, and he really heals with them as well, I believe. Well, that doesn't help me. This is video. He has flames that he uses to heal. And in case you want to know his family, it is unnamed father and unnamed mother.
Oh, good.
Um.
I love a good person named unnamed.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
going to
But
name my firstborn unnamed.
He has basically like it's magical powers that he trained, and he's able to manipulate fire, which he uses to attack. He can use to auto attack people. The soothing flames, which is healing the flames, and then the bringing fire to life is the little fire.
Do we have any bans or anything yet? Nope.
We do not. So if I can find another one, these little guys. These are little. Yes, they are little fireballs that he uses.
They look more like golden specks than fireballs.
In his trailer, they just look like little yellow blobs because they don't look like they're on fire or anything. But yeah, his concept is fire. And I've also heard apparently he has like this bag, so that giant bag you saw on his back. From what I understand, because I know Matt was saying a lot about it. Is that he's able to buy things for the ADC, so that way then the ADC doesn't have to back immediately to go to the shop to buy items.
Buy things, do you mean he buys their item, or he lets them buy an item from the shop? Like,
I believe he buys it, but it's something
so he spends his money to get us item.
It's some like weird money thing. I don't know what it is, but I think it's. I'd have to look, or I'd have to ask Matt again. But it was something like, I believe it's something like that concept, like, oh, the ADC buys it from him, but it's like, I think Milio goes to the shop and he can buy it for the ADC, but it might be used with the ADC's gold. But I also don't remember, or I don't know at the top of my head either. So yeah. Oh
It,
god,
it
it
definitely
hurts.
seems like a interesting concept. It's kind
Oh
of
yeah.
like similar to Ord in a way, where he can kind of forge his own items, and it still costs gold from the shop, but you can just do it anywhere you want. And it
Right.
seems like an interesting concept buying something for someone else, though,
It does.
because while that puts your teammate ahead, that puts you behind because you can't get any items anymore. You can't get as many items as you would get by the end of the game. You just basically the whole concept of that in theory is pulling so far ahead in bot lane that it doesn't matter that you don't have any items because thank you, Casey.
Thank you, Casey.
But like I was saying, it's it's basically just to get your ADC as far ahead as early as possible, so then you can start just getting as far ahead in bot lane as you possibly can before it becomes a problem that you don't have any items. Is what it seems like it's being.
Mhm. It looks like we have draft starting. If I'm
So
No, we don't have it.
no, it shows red bands.
I think well, I thought Casey was like.
We got a Mordekaiser coming out of Stockton again. That's a respectable pick.
I think it might. It's also Casey was swinging his mouse around, so I think we might also just be waiting. So he said it was something with the delay. Okay, yep, gotcha. Okay.
What's going on?
Do you want us to just go on intermission then, Casey? Okay. Yeah. All right. So we are having a little bit of technical difficulties on the stream side, we'll say. So we're just gonna go take a quick little break. So don't go anywhere. Just get up, use the bathroom, get some snacks, and we will be back in just a few moments. healing support with fire.
You were right about that part.
I knew that part, and I heard Matt talking about that other part. So
Is
I
that
was
like a change they're thinking about doing? or-
maybe. Alrighty, thank you, Casey. Welcome back, everybody. After that intermission, we apologize about that. We should be starting up with our actual draft in just a few moments. I went and got water, so hopefully I don't feel like I'm dying in a few minutes. They left the Vigar open. Oh, we're gonna see Ludon Vigar support! Yay! Will we be seeing?
Vigar is very fun.
I love Vigar. I'm actually going to probably play over the summer. Along with me actually crunching through Smash, and Vigar is probably going to be the one I play.
Yeah, Vigar's a really good pick. Very noob friendly too, because you can just kind of click two buttons.
Are you calling me a noob, sir?
I just said it was noob friendly. You can do that information what you will.
Looks like we got Victor coming out as well, so they left those two spots open, so it looks like SVSU is going to take advantage of them. Do you think we might see a Jinx ADC again?
I got a feeling Stockton might hate ban the Jinx just because of how well the Jinx did last game.
Oh, that's nice. I can't read that, Casey.
MS Paint, MS Paint.
Oh, I see a virus pick. Yeah, you're gonna have to MS Paint that. I cannot read that. Oh, Nautilus. Okay. That was a Nautilus pick. That blank square between Asul and Varus is a Nautilus pick. It looks like we're having Cho'Gath for top again. We got a Varus, so that's going to be Stockton's ADC.
SVSU's Victor is really scary to go against. From what I've seen, almost every game that Victor's been present has just been demolishing with a huge amount of burst damage coming out of him.
Looks like red ban is happening. Their ban is Darius. Oh, we're seeing a Jinx ban.
Yeah, I was not surprised for that one.
Last ban coming from SVSU side. Oh,
Mundo.
Mundo.
They don't want someone in top to go where they please, apparently.
Do you blame them?
I'm sorry.
Do you blame them?
I'm sorry.
What are you? I'm sorrying me for. And they're banning the Caitlyn. Ooh, what is Matt going to play now? I'm curious.
Maybe Matt is just not going to play. They're going to have a 4v5 this game.
What? I don't know how well that's gonna work out, like, dude.
Yeah, well, you never know. Could just have support that's goaded on the sticks and is able to do whatever they please.
Ooh, SVSU, you're taking the Wukong.
Is that going to be a Wukong jungle again?
That is going to be Tyler on Wukong
And then
jungle.
that's a Vi jungle, I'm assuming.
For some reason recently,
Vi top, I'm assuming.
Vi mid.
Vi mid.
People have been putting her in mid lately. That has mainly been a norms, but unfortunately, it's a thing.
Oh, it's going to be...
So it's probably Ornn, Vi, Aesol, Varus, Nautilus. I'm wondering what Matt's going to play. Because they've taken Varus, they banned Caitlyn and Jinx. What else can he play? Because I don't know what else I've seen him play. Also, don't mind me, my head is just pounding.
A Zai.
Oh, they're taking the Zaya. Okay. So, Cho'Gath, Wukong, Victor, Zaya, Viger.
Yep, that seems about right. And then for the other side...
It was Ornn, Vi, Aesol, Varus, Nautilus.
Yeah, I really don't think we're going to be seeing a Vi mid, but...
No.
I'm thinking about how that would work, and...
Unfortunately, people have tried it.
It
And,
seems like...
I
think the main appeal of that is going to be, considering Vi can just kind of get on top of you in a matter of seconds. I'm assuming the main ideal is like mages like distance away from other mages or mid laners, and with Vi being able to just go towards you and then be in your face and punching you before you can even react. I think that's the main appeal of
we can go up. Because just because I want to actually find who all was playing that game. There's this lovely website I love using called op.gg where I can stock the lovely people that I love to watch playing.
that's not creepy. Like he's smiling over there.
This was not updated in a while though. I see it. I see the game. I see the game. I see it. It's right here. No, wait a minute. That's not it. Here. Say update. There it is. That's not what I meant to do.
Wow.
This is the game.
Pantheon's going kind of crazy though.
Oh yeah, I finally did bonus in Pantheon. Here it is. They were going up against the Syndra, in mid, and then they had Namumu jungle. Tyler ran them down.
Yeah.
I mean, if you couldn't tell, it's at 17, 112.
Yeah.
Yeah. That Vi mid did not do very too hot.
Well, it also might have just been a case of
Shall I turn in my
might have
badge
been
and
a case
rifle as
of
well?
Vi just being ambushed by the Pantheon, because the Pantheon has that ult that just teleports him across the map. So maybe she just dove in way too deep and then got punished for it.
Maybe.
Are you alright? I can try to take it from here on my own if you need to
I'm good.
step
I
out.
really just have my penis. I'm good though. I should have gotten some ibuprofen or Motrin when I was at the C-store, but I'm good.
Alright.
It'll just take a minute or two for my body to not hate me.
So we're seeing Ornn against Cho'Gath here. That's going to be interesting. Because both of those characters have a lot of sustain on their hands.
Yeah, both of these, this is kind of more, it's another one of those instances of a tank versus a tank. So it's kind of hard. What? I don't care, honestly.
let's just I don't know if we even have anything to talk about during the wait phase here.
Yeah, really, like
I'll
at
take a
this
boost.
point.
Let's have an AI generated conversation comment over the let's have some Microsoft Paint from shunned sage himself.
Yeah. While we're sitting here and waiting, we're just gonna have the beautiful artist Casey give us some MS Paint drawings. Give us.
Draw Dr. Mundo.
Oh God.
Get that out of here. You
He
can slide
moved
that away. We don't need to see that. Stream League of Legends. What's that? All I know is Microsoft Paint.
He's just gonna keep it at the side so that we can see Mundo's face.
Looking good so far. He does have a block feature. Oh,
Ah, yes. He had to make the lines straighter.
there we go. That's a block right there.
It's a beautiful black.
Oh, look at this.
You got this, Casey. I believe in you.
All right. All right. Oh, that's perfect. Oh,
So I'm guessing that's his tongue.
hopefully I don't have to pay for this commission. Like, wow, this is some high quality stuff going on. This is better than anything I could make.
This is better than anything I could draw, honestly, on MS Paint. So,
MS Paint is just really hard to work with.
it is. Honestly, you are not wrong.
Oh, look at that.
It's gorgeous. Oh my God, those luscious locks on that man. On that doctor. Because Mundo is doctor.
Is he really though?
No, he just thinks he is because he feels that he can also control it. Like a lot of his voice lines are him trying to tell people that he is a doctor and that he can help with whatever they have.
Well, I mean,
But mainly it's like a lot of them are like innuendos about him, like basically saying, "I'm gonna lead you to your death."
well, I mean, when you really think about it, if he kills them, that just like the disease is cured because now they don't have to worry about the disease anymore because they're dead.
That's fair.
I mean, technically, he's not curing them, but like
You
they're
got a
also
point.
dead. So like it's
Welcome to Summoner's Rift, everyone. I'm sorry if we did not finish that Dr. Muno painting. We can finish it after the game. Beautiful Summoner's Rift.
we're starting with another ocean dragon this game too.
Oh, another ocean dragon?
Summoner's Rift.
With how the ocean drake worked out for SVSU last time, it might be in their best interest to go for it again.
You're tired.
You're yawning, so what's making me yawn?
And yawning a little bit. I've just been laying here.
That's lies.
Minions have spawned.
Minions have spawned, and it looks like everyone's meeting in that bush is coming to an end as they're all moving along to their own stations in respective areas.
Mm.
We got the Wukong, the funny monkey man, going over to his jungle buff currently. It doesn't look like Vigar or Zaya are helping him though, which is completely understandable.
Having that Nautilus support, and seeing how a little bit of problematic it was in the beginning last game, they might want to just prioritize on bot lane being able to lane phase and not like having to like leash and then go into their lane with the Stockton's bot lane already there. So
Right.
it's probably easier just for them to begin their lane phase now and then just have Tyler leash it by himself or take care of it by himself without leash.
Ornn is not doing too good against the Cho'Gath, or the Cho'Gath is not doing too good against the Ornn, I meant.
You meant it backwards.
I meant it the other way.
That's not my notes.
A pretty slow start here, but SVSU is pushing up on bot lane quite a bit. But it looks like the opposite is happening in top lane right now, with Stockton pushing back the Cho'Gath, actually getting him really low on health right now. It's not looking too good for SV Ronin here. Oh. But from the bushes came the Wukong. We might be seeing a kill here. Nope. Ornn just being able to use the flash to get out of there. Looks like the Nautilus is stuck in the cage.
We love Vibe.
Mid lane is uneventful compared to the other two. It's just a main back and forth between Victor and Aurelian Soul right now. I hear the live reaction in Student Life right now to the Dr. Mundo painting right now. I heard a comparison to Perry the Platypus, which is interesting. I guess art can be interpreted in any way that people perceive it.
Their insulting cases are out of all.
Yeah, I can't believe them. I thought it was beautiful.
I don't think it's an insult. They said Perry the Platypus.
Yeah, that's true.
But still.
Regardless, we are seeing a Vi here coming down towards Dragon. Maybe either A, going for a gank, or B, going to try and get that Dragon. Does look like they went back to clear Raptors, though. Wukong is also down there, killing the Gromp. Both of which heading towards the river. Cho'Gath still being bullied by the Ornn. Wukong and the Vi meeting each other. Got the Aurelian Soul and the Victor. Getting a pretty equal trade on health there. But Aurelian Soul being able to use a potion from earlier. Ornn's now slightly falling behind in health compared to the Cho'Gath. That dragon still remains untouched there, though. Neither team has tried to claim it so far. We are seeing the lanes and rivers being quite active here. No sign of a gank so far, though. Here we have Ornn trying to stop this wave of mages here. Looks like after being in the disadvantage for quite some time, Cho'Gath has finally pulled back in the situation and turned the tables here on the Ornn. Got the Vi punching a tree, much like one does in Minecraft.
The hockey chant being used towards Stockton right now in this game, out in the student life. I appreciate that one. That one made me kind of laugh.
I don't know what the hockey chant is, but considering it's hockey, I'd assume it's irrepeatable.
You understand when the mic is off.
That is good. Why is hockey always like the most violent sport of all time? Like it's just it's soccer on ice, but like it's just soccer but dangerous if they wanted to like have people die.
Majority of the time, it's the hockey players themselves are like cool. They're pretty chill. It's the hockey like moms and dads sometimes too. I've almost fought one of them.
That's fun.
Yeah. Also, if I do fall asleep, I apologize.
It's fine. I'll probably wake you up regardless. Like I'm not worried about trying to wake you up when you fall asleep because I'm loud, so you're gonna be woken up anyways. Oh, looks like we got a gank coming out of the Wukong here. Not looking like he's gonna be able to make too much of it though. Seems as if this gank has actually turned the tables for the SVSU here. Both the Wukong and the Vygar are very low on health now. Ornn is doing a little bit of burst damage to the Cho'Gath there. We did see a Rift Herald get taken. It looks like Stockton took the Rift Herald. SVSU bot lane is struggling to keep up currently. And looks like top might be in the same situation here, not being too high on health or mana currently. Bot laners on SVSU backing to get back the health and mana and just buy items as well. We got a pretty significant gold difference here for Stockton being in the lead. Vi coming out of the bushes and taking care of the Victor there. And heading right down to the Ocean Dragon to start taking that. It's the first dragon going towards Stockton University. Cho'Gath not having much mana, but still deciding to fight the Ornn anyways. Trying to get as much health off of him as possible right now. Like we might be seeing another gank down in mid lane. No, Vi is backing off back into the river. But heading up towards top lane here. Vi in the top lane jungle right now. Almost going into the lane of Cho'Gath, but backing off. You're an A-Soul fighting it out in mid lane as per usual.
I'm wondering how problematic the Ace will turn out to be in this game.
Right now, it doesn't seem to be too bad. Oh, another gank by the Vi, though. That Victor is having a rough time in mid lane currently. It is not looking too good for SVSU's condition right now. They're down on almost every aspect of the game right now. But that is one kill for the Xayah. First kill of SVSU's team. It's looking like a pretty cut and dry match as of right now, unless some big turnaround happens in a team fight. It's not looking too good for SVSU. Seems as if Cho'Gath's already stacking his ultimate as much as he can. Cho'Gath is being absolutely chunked by the Ornn here. That max health percentage damage is not looking too good for the Cho'Gath currently. Isol is clearing out the SVSU's top jungle there, clearing out the Raptor camp very quickly. That AoE is not looking too good for them. That's another Herald for Sexton as well. Or Stockton, Sexton. Ornn doing quite a bit of damage to the Cho'Gath there. We are seeing SVSU go for this Drake here. Vigar using his cage to try and stop the flow of a team coming towards them, but it doesn't look like it was helping too much. That's another team fight lost from SVSU. Not looking too good. That Asol with a triple kill. That is going to be a problem to deal with. Cho'Gath's trying to get as much damage off the Ornn as humanly possible, trying to even out the odds here. Sustaining himself with as many minions as he can. Ooh, the Rift Herald was just barely able to get stopped before hitting the second tower for SVSU. It's got to say, it's not looking too great right now for SVSU, especially with that Asol. Asol is giving them the Jinx treatment from SVSU last game.
So, like I said, we're seeing a little bit of a problem. Because Asol's, his ult, with that ult, it damages a certain portion of the map. And this Asol can just repeatedly deal damage after damage after damage. And
Cho'Gath is holding his own against the Ornn up here, but it looks like with 3 people, the Cho'Gath isn't really going to be able to do much in that tower. We do have a Baron coming up in about 40 seconds here. Oh, got Asol taking out the Xayah. Asol taking out the Victor. They are just pushing up mid lane right now. It is not looking too good for SVSU once again. You're not seeing too much happening on terms of objectives here. Oh, but it is looking like SVSU is about to get into a team fight here in the middle of the jungle. Stockton is kind of just taking over wherever they can currently, taking out the Grom. With 10k gold difference, it's really going to be hard to try and pull back from. Even with the bounties on most of the objectives and on some of the other players, SVSU is not in good a position here at all. Seems like we got an Asol pushing bottom and Ornn pushing top lane right now. SVSU here is in mid lane trying to prevent any further pushes to the innermost tower. Got another Drake coming up. It's going to be an Infernal Drake. Not quite to the Infernal Drake's soul yet, but one more away. Ooh, it seems as if Stockton is getting the Drake, while SVSU is trying to use as much of this time to get the Baron as soon as possible, but Stockton is also coming up there, stopping them from getting the objective. It seems to be a relatively one-sided game here. SVSU trying to take out the Ornn as best as they possibly can, preventing him from using the ultimate there. Aesol coming up to help him though. Aesol taking out the Wukong. Oh, Cho'Gath able to shut down the Aesol with his ultimate. Still dying in the end though. Aesol with a triple kill. Veigar running away for dear life right now.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
You've got Stockton taking the Baron right now. Only with two of them though. But we're seeing the Varus and Nautilus also come up to help. It's a Baron for the blue side, Stockton. I am saying that name right? Yeah.
Yes, this stuff. I do apologize if I'm not talking much to you guys today.
you're not-
I'm just.
It's not that you're not talking much, you're not talking at all.
I am just dead. Oh wow, I have had my eyes closed for a while.
Yeah, a lot's happened. SVSU is not doing too hot right now.
Oh. I've just been kind of listening to what you've been saying.
Yeah, and most of them were not good things.
Not too that bad. I don't know.
Yeah, you were right about that Aesol. It seems as if this Aesol is really the most terrifying thing in this match so far.
Red team's turret has been
Looks like Aesol's going on a little bit of a killing spree with Ornn.
Alright, we might be seeing oh, Aesol is chasing them back into spawn. Trying to pick up a kill here.
team's turret has been destroyed.
Looks like SVSU is able to keep 3 of their members alive, but Aesol is wreaking havoc over on the other inhibitor there. Not in a very good position for SVSU here.
SVSU is not doing too hot right now. It looks like Stockton is just
Almost an ace
ripping
there.
through their inhibitors. And it looks like this is going to be a win on Stockton's side.
Back to the Dr. Mundo painting.
I did say KC will probably finish it. Well,
leave you on your own.
No, you're fine.
All right.
That's fine. So I'm gonna be having Connor leave. So everybody give a nice, big thank you to Connor for joining me as long as he could. Bye.
Goodbye. I tried to comment as much while you had
I tried to have
at least to rest your eyes for a bit.
um. So yeah, we're gonna be. It'll just be a few moments, and we should be getting ready to start on our game. And it looks like SVSU is planning to take the blue side this time. So let us just wait and see how this is gonna go.
Grab something.
Oh, thank you for yelling at me with that. Thank you. All right, draft is going to be starting in just a few moments. As I said before, SVSU is going to be on blue side, Stockton's going to be on red. So we're going to be seeing SVSU start off with the first bands. All right. First band is a Varus band. Mord band. J4 band. An Udyr band. Sandra. And Sana. If they can confirm it. There's going to be a Sana band? Question mark? Alright, yep. It's a Sana band. Looks like they're first picking Zach. They're getting the Zach. Unfortunately, that does leave the Azul pick open for Stockton. So they're going to be taking the Azul. And it looks like they're going to take the Vi again for jungle. Looks like our next pick for SVS Suicide is going to be a Swain. And the third pick is going to be a Soraka. Third pick coming up on Stockton's side is going to be Nautilus pick once again. Stockton's band is a Jinx. S2SU's next band is a So we're just kind of waiting. SVSU bands is gonna be Azaya. Last band coming from Stockton side is they're breaking out a Lucian band. It's like, and last band coming from SVSU is Mundo. Fourth pick for Stockton side. Is it Caitlin? Fourth pick coming from SVSU side is going to be Cho'Gath. Last pick for SVSU is going to be they very much have hard countered Matt, I feel. But he's picking up the Zeri, and then it looks like we have the Ornn coming up for top lane for Stockton's last pick. Casey, do you mind muting me on the stream for a quick second? Thank you. All right. So, since I'm not doing too hot, and I apologize for this. And Connor is not here. I'm not doing too hot right now. I can barely keep my eyes open, and my head is pounding. And I apologize for you guys that I'm gonna be leaving. I'm just gonna run through this draft with you guys, and then you guys will just sit right through spectator delay. I'm sorry, it'll be quiet, but I would like to say thank you guys for joining the stream today. And I hope that you guys enjoy this last game. So thank you, and I hope you guys enjoy the last game. Let's hope SVSU wins.
People fear what they cannot understand.
Fine. I don't need more enemies.
Ah, come on. What's the worst that could happen?
Fine. I'll just be over here, sharpening my feathers.
You don't have to hide this. We charge cancellation fee.
30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
attention to the track.
team's turret has been destroyed. Blue team has slain the dragon.